Episode 9, Making New Friends A1 Level. Hello everyone, and welcome back to this English podcast for beginners. In today's episode, I am going to talk about making new friends. Friends are an important part of our lives. Good friends support us, help us, and make life more enjoyable. They share our happy moments and stand beside us during difficult times. Making new friends can sometimes feel difficult, especially when we meet new people for the first time. We may feel nervous or shy. However, friendship often begins with a simple conversation. When I was younger, I found it difficult to talk to new people. I was often quiet, and I worried about saying the wrong thing. Because of this, I usually waited for others to start conversations. One day, I realized that making friends is a skill. Like any skill, it improves with practice. The more we talk to people, the easier it becomes. One of the easiest ways to make a new friend is to say hello. A simple greeting can start a conversation. For example, "Hello, my name is Alex. Nice to meet you. What is your name?" These simple sentences can open the door to a new friendship. I remember meeting a new friend at a language class. I arrived early and sat down near the front of the room. A few minutes later, another student entered and sat beside me. At first, we were both quiet. Then I smiled and said, "Hello, my name is Alex." The student smiled and replied, "Hi, my name is David." We shook hands and started talking. I asked him where he was from. He told me about his hometown. Then he asked me similar questions. Soon, we were having a comfortable conversation. That day taught me an important lesson. Most people are happy when someone speaks to them in a friendly way. Sometimes we think that others do not want to talk. In reality, many people are also looking for new friends. Asking questions is a good way to keep a conversation going. For example, where are you from? What do you do? What are your hobbies? What do you like to do in your free time? People usually enjoy talking about themselves and their interests. Listening is just as important as speaking. Good friends listen carefully. When someone is talking, I try to pay attention and show interest. I ask questions and respond to what they say. This helps build a stronger connection. One of my hobbies is reading books. When I meet someone who also enjoys reading, we have something in common. Shared interests often help friendships grow. Some people enjoy sports. Others enjoy music, movies, travel, or learning languages. Finding common interests makes conversations easier and more enjoyable. Making friends is not only about talking. It is also about being kind and respectful. People appreciate honesty, kindness, and good manners. Simple actions can leave a positive impression. For example, saying, "Thank you," "Please," "Excuse me." These expressions show respect and politeness. I once joined a community event in my city. Many people attended the event. At first, I knew nobody there. I felt nervous because I was surrounded by strangers. For a few minutes, I stood quietly and looked around. Then I decided to introduce myself to someone. I walked over and said, "Hello, is this your first time at this event?" The person smiled and answered, "Yes, it is." That simple question started a long conversation. By the end of the event, I had met several new people. Some of them later became good friends. This experience taught me that courage is important. Sometimes we need to take the first step. Friendships often begin when someone decides to start a conversation. Technology has changed the way people make friends. Today, many people connect online. They meet through social media, language exchange programs, online games, and discussion groups. The internet allows us to communicate with people from different countries and cultures. I have met several friends online. We often talk about our hobbies, our goals, and our daily lives. Some of these friendships have lasted for many years. However, it is important to be careful when meeting people online. We should always protect our personal information and stay safe. Friendship requires trust. Trust takes time to build. Good friendships do not happen overnight. They develop gradually through shared experiences and regular communication. One important part of friendship is reliability. A reliable friend keeps promises and offers support when needed. People value friends they can depend on. Another important quality is honesty. Honest friends tell the truth and communicate openly. Honesty helps create strong and healthy relationships. Friends do not always agree on everything. Sometimes friends have different opinions. That is normal. Respecting different viewpoints is part of being a good friend. Friendship also involves helping each other. When a friend has a problem, we can listen and offer encouragement. Sometimes a kind word can make a big difference. I remember a time when I felt discouraged about learning English. I thought my progress was too slow. One of my friends encouraged me to continue practicing. He reminded me that learning takes time. His support helped me stay motivated. Good friends inspire us to become better. They encourage us to learn, grow, and achieve our goals. In return, we should support our friends as well. Making friends from different cultures can be especially rewarding. We learn new ideas, traditions, and perspectives. These friendships help us understand the world better. English is often useful for making international friends. Many people around the world use English to communicate. Even if our English is not perfect, we can still build meaningful friendships. The most important thing is communication. Do not be afraid of making mistakes. Most people appreciate the effort. They understand that language learning is a process. A smile, a greeting, and a friendly attitude can go a long way. Friendship is not about being perfect. It is about being genuine and kind. As we meet new people, we gain new experiences and learn valuable lessons. Every friendship adds something special to our lives. If you want to make new friends, start small. Say hello. Ask a question. Show interest. Listen carefully. Be kind. These simple actions can lead to wonderful friendships. Before ending today's episode, I would like you to think about these questions. How many close friends do you have? What qualities do you look for in a friend? How do you usually meet new people? Try answering these questions in English. Thank you very much for listening to today's episode. I hope this podcast helps you improve your English while learning something useful about friendship. Remember to practice English every day. Stay patient, stay positive, and never stop learning. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.